If you think you are sick from mold, the first thing you should do is find a mold literate doctor. And they're gonna give you tests to test whether you are in fact sick from mold. Then they're gonna tell you probably to go and test your house or other places you might be exposed, like your workplace. If you can see visible mold, that is a serious problem. Visible mold is extremely dangerous to you. But mold is often unseen, and that's why you need to do tests, because the mold could be behind the walls, it could be in the HVAC, and mold releases something called mycotoxins. Those can cause neurological damage and other systemic damage in your body. So you want to test and make sure that you're tracking exactly what kinds of molds you might have in your house. And then if you find that you're sick from mold, then we can start asking the question together, what caused the mold? What conditions led to your illness? And was somebody reckless in that process? If somebody's recklessness or negligence made you sick, then you might be able to recover financially from the person whose negligence caused your illness. So if you ask what kind of damages could I get, the question is, what has this person's negligence caused in your life? And it's gonna be different for everybody. For a lot of people, it's gonna be they were too sick to go to work, so there's lost wages. Or you might have needed to go to a therapist for a while. There's past medical bills, and then there's gonna be future medical bills. Because many people who have faced toxic exposure are gonna be sick for a long time, and maybe even always. So we wanna make sure that we ask for the financial recovery that will allow you to take care of your health and your family in the future. So those are the economic damages. But then there's a whole nother category, which is non-economic losses. And really what many of you have experienced is the loss of enjoyment. So you now go out into the world and you're scared about this pathogen that you know is there. It's a lot like COVID, actually. During COVID, we went out into the world and we were scared of a pathogen. Except the difference between mold and COVID is that in COVID, there was a vaccine, and also if you got COVID, you were less susceptible in the future. With toxic exposure, once you've been exposed and have gotten sick from that exposure, you're more likely to get sick again in the future when you face it again. As a result, you go out into the world and you're nervous about future exposure. It changes everything about your life, where you can live, where your kids can go to school, where your kids can go to college, if they can go to college. It changes everything. And so the law recognizes that and has a whole nother category of damages called loss of enjoyment, or sometimes pain and suffering.